Oh, hey, I found a quiet corner in the Admiral's Club Lounge just to talk to you for a second. I travel a lot for Casas, and this year I want to try to bring you along with me on some of my trips. This time, like I said, I'm headed to the Dominican Republic to work with Calvary Christian High School from the Ottawa, Canada area. I've worked with this group multiple times. And I have some dear friends on the team. And we're also partnering with one of my favorite pastors, Pastor Humberto, who has a church that he pastors in Pueblo Nuevo, which is kind of on the farthest outreaches in the Dominican that we currently work. And I'm just so excited to serve with him. We are building for a family, a single mom named Ani and her two children, Emmanuel and Juan, who don't currently have a home. I'm not totally in tune with the spiritual situation yet, but I'm excited to see all that God is going to do and just to experience His transformative power on this team that I'll be leading, on myself, and on this family. So it's great to have you along. Thank you. I'm on my way to the building where the group is staying, navigating the treacherous streets of Navarrete.
What are you doing?
Give me the story.
What are you doing? The story?
Yeah.
Everybody has something to give. You gotta talk to Eliane. She's got the story.
Everybody wants a camera in their face in the morning.
Oh yeah, especially me. Yeah, I love a camera in my face in the morning. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning. Buenos dias. Hey everybody, this is Pastor Humberto.
Hola.
We're partnering with him today out in Pueblo Nuevo with Calvary Christian High School out here. We've worked with Pastor Humberto for, I don't know, four or 5 years now out here, and the homes have made a major difference in his ministry, growing the church, leading people to the Lord, and just having a lifelong discipleship ministry to them. So.
Sorry, is perfect close enough for you?
As you can see, we're wrapping the day up here. Building walls of what we can build. It's been pretty hot out here in Pueblo Nuevo today, but we're having a good time and enjoying serving Annie and her two sons. We met her two sons about 20 minutes ago when I get an opportunity, I'll introduce you to them. But just a blessing to be able to love people that can never give anything back to you. It's just pure love overflowing from what God has done for us in our lives and pouring onto others. You know, all these teenagers from Calvary Christian High School are gonna come to find out as they do that, they're gonna experience a blessing from God, because I believe that God renews His riches inside of us when we walk in the works that He's designed for us. You can find that truth in Ephesians 2.
Well, good morning. It's day 2. This is the day I'm normally pretty sore from the first day of pouring and moving lumber and stuff like that. It's also my favorite day because we stand all the walls up and then people are completely blown away by just the fact that they can see the house all of a sudden, just boom, it's there. So I'm really excited for Ani to see that quickly happen this morning. Also, all the new people on this trip from the Calvary Christian High School, the fact that they'll be completely blown away by the progress.
So a little bit about this family. We're building for Annie and Juan and Emmanuel. Annie's husband left her with the 2 boys by themselves years ago, and she's been struggling to just kind of hold it all together. She doesn't have great work. Annie doesn't have great work because she has a heart condition, so she relies on family and friends occasionally to come and do a little side projects to just make a little bit of money on the side to be able to continue to feed her children, her 2 sons. Her 2 sons are struggling without having a dad in the picture. They at times only eat 1 meal a day through the school lunch program, and occasionally through Pastor Humberto's feeding program for children on the weekends. She's explained to us a little bit that she's doing the best she can to try to teach her boys what it means to be a man who doesn't come and go and treat women with no respect. And you can see kind of the weight that she's carrying, trying to make ends meet. She currently rents a home not too far from where we are. We're building this home behind me, and just providing this home for her family is going to be a huge deal, because just imagine almost all of your income going to rent, and all of a sudden that's all freed up. The property that we're building on is what she was able to purchase through what she inherited from her mother's death. They sold the land and the shack that her mom had, and they were able to acquire this land, and now she has a home free and clear for her family, and she can start building upon that for a better future for their family. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that. Things are going great out here today. We are we're in great shape. Normally on the second day I like to be ready to put the metal on the roof and I start doing some of the stuff inside like plywood and windows and doors and finish electrical and things of that nature. But this is a great team. If you've never thought about bringing your children on a build like this, it's amazing when parents and children together can come together and work on a project completely free of self for another person, to share the love of Jesus through a tangible gift like a home. And I've been able to watch these kids and their parents grow over the last several years together and in their faith as well. So just a privilege to be here, and thank you again for coming along for the ride. So I'll talk to you again soon. Do it.
Remember, Canada's a socialist country.
Are they?
Pretty much.
Getting there.
Spin. More.
Blakey on
More.
top.
Selenia, where is it, Selenia? So where is it, Selenia? Can you find it? Can you find it, Selenia? Selenia. Oh!
She started questioning her, saying like, how is this going to all come together? Because I see pieces here and pieces there. She said she has never stopped praying, never stopped hoping that one day this will come true. Her hope is always and only in God.
It's day 3 today, and it's raining a little bit, but it's kind of like a blessing because it's a lot cooler today. We have a lot of cool stuff planned today. We're going to finish out the home we're building for Ani and her 2 sons. We're also going to spend a little bit of time, hopefully, if the weather improves here a little bit, playing. I think we're going to play baseball or soccer with some kids from the local community. And we're going to get prepared for tomorrow. We're doing a special project on Pastor Humberto's. They have a children's feeding patio area. They do a meal program on the weekends. They're adding a kitchen onto it, so we're going to be able to help him finish that out. So a lot of cool stuff in store. I'm going to take you outside right now and just show you kind of how the home's coming along. Humberto. Literally, our car is covered in kids right now. We are about to play some football and some soccer with the kids, and maybe a little baseball too, so we're about to have some fun. We just started kickball. I think I'm going to get in on the action.
6-3. I caught your ball. I got you out. Yes, I did. I did. Out.
Blake, is it true that Canadians call kickball soccer baseball?
Sadly, it's true, my friend.
That is so weird.
It's so weird.
Congregaciones, que las bendiciones aplasten maldiciones, que el mundo entero sepa que Jesús es la
This morning we're out here getting ready for the dedication. The group bought an inverter and batteries so that Ani and her sons can have 24/7 electricity. Cleaning up the front a little bit for presentation, and we had the two wrong window sizes, so we're getting that fixed up right now.
Thanks for your work.
Wow, your neck sweat is impressive right now. Getting a close-up of it.
He's in the shade. This is his 6th screw and he's already broke a sweat.
Oh no, 6 screws today and you're already sweating.
No, that's why I did it, man. Already, so ready to go. Looks good out there.
This is Richard. He's bossing me around. What do you want me to do?
Justin, just do as I say.
Let's take a look. What's going on up here? All right, Carson, tell me what y'all are doing up here.
We are finishing the kitchen for Pastor Humberto. Putting the tin on the roof.
Inspector, nobody move.
What's the history of this little patio kitchen thing?
The mystery. What is it?
Well, no, the history.
The history. Well, last year we built the patio for him, and this year we wanted to help him finish the kitchen.
All right. What do they do with this patio thing here?
They help. He uses this patio to do a kids feeding program. So he brings in all the kids of the community.
You guys are awesome. Right now I'm standing in the church of Pastor Humberto. I'm gonna show you it right here. I'm basically all the way up against the front door, and this is the entire church here. When Pastor Humberto took over this congregation, it only had one member because the pastor before had some stuff happen in his marriage that completely wrecked the church, and Humberto, who was part of this denomination, stepped up and said, I want to go and take the challenge of repairing what was done, the damage that was done. So he's grown this church and filled it again. But what is more impressive to me is the work that he's doing in his community through Casas por Cristo, but also through the sports camps and sport weekends with the children. And he has a feeding, like a child feeding program every weekend, or the weekends at least. He has the resources to do it, where they'll actually prepare meals for over 100 kids. And the group that I've been working with this week, last year they built Humberto this patio covered area for him to be able to better accommodate that quantity of children. And this year we came back to see that Humberto has been building basically block by block a kitchen area to be able to better serve those kids as well. And the group got to donate a little bit more resources to him to be able to continue his ministry here, which I think is super cool. But I wanted to show you his church and just say that I'm proud to be partnering with somebody like Humberto, who serves so free of himself, gives so much of himself to other people. Him and his wife, truly they do, and it's awesome. So we're just getting started with this dedication, and if you don't know what a dedication is, basically at the end of a build we have a worship service out in front of the home where the pastor and the members from the church will come, and they'll invite people from the neighborhood. The family would go forward, invite family and friends to come over, and it's basically like a little church service where we pray and we sing, and in a moment here Pastor Humberto is going to he's going to preach a message or share a message with everyone that's gathered here about who Jesus is and the good news of Jesus Christ. And it's just been such an amazing way for Pastor Humberto and the other pastors that we work with to really reach into their community and share that message. And then we're also going to give an opportunity for the group to share why they came and why they come to build a house. Give the family an opportunity to reciprocate anything that they would like to share back to the group that built. And then we give them a new Bible, give them keys, and then we pray over them and nail like a celebratory plaque on. So it's my favorite part. It's the highlight of every single build, and so I hope you enjoy it.
And although we're only here for a couple days, we're so glad that we can give you something that you can live in for a long time.
Us girls just wanted to say that we had a lot of fun building the house and meeting everyone.
Me too. Súper agradecida. I'm very grateful.
Mis hijos y no tengo palabras.
I have no words to express how grateful I am.
Para agradecer primeramente a Dios y grandes bendiciones para ustedes los canadienses.
Great blessings to all of you Canadians.
Señor Dios, estamos más que agradecidos, Dios, por todas las bendiciones recibidas. Te pedimos, mi Dios, una bendición especial por este grupo, porque tú le has permitido venir de tierra lejana, Señor.
Hey, I just want to tell Humberto just thanks for all his work out here. Quiero decir gracias por todo tu trabajo aquí con esta familia y en la comunidad.
Para mí ha sido un placer participar una vez más de la construcción de un hogar para una familia. Gracias a Casa por Cristo, gracias a Justin. No tenemos palabras con cómo agradecerle. Para nosotros fue una gran experiencia, una semana hermosa. Esperando en Dios que podamos repetirlo pronto.
The real star of the show, his wife Selenia.
Ay, gracias. Estamos ya con casa. Gracias, thank you much.
They want to say thank you for everybody that makes this possible, and thank you for the ministry for allowing their work in these communities to continue to go. So thank you all.
Bye.
The native Canadians as in their natural habitat under an umbrella, long sleeves.
The beach. The proper way to end any build. It's beautiful out here. If you haven't built in the Dominican Republic before, we end every build week with an opportunity to come out here to the beautiful sunshine, the sand, the waves, the kiteboarders, everything out here. Great food on the beach. All the restaurants are on the beach. This is an awesome way to sort of relax after such a crazy week of intense labor and being uncomfortable in a weird, new, different situation. But for me personally, it's awesome to just be here and to be able to think about everything that just happened this week. You know, as far as with the team, with the pastor, with the family we built for. Pray with the Lord about everything that He's been doing in my life through everything. You know, even though I'm a missionary and I lead these trips with groups, you know, God accomplishes a lot in my own heart and my own mind during the week. I learn all kinds of things new from the pastors I serve with to the teams I serve with. You know, this week I learned a lot from Pastor Humberto about his commitment, even in circumstances that aren't easy, and you know, for the long haul. I mean, Pastor Humberto is a committed guy to what he's doing. I know he doesn't like to live out there in the neighborhood he lives in. He was telling me earlier this week his wife's a city gal, and you know, they're out in this farmland, and I just think it's really cool to know that there's guys out there that sacrifice it all for the kingdom and for the gospel, and despite what their personal preferences are. It's just, he's an example for me. But I don't know how this video went. I had this idea in my mind of shooting this video along the way, and hopefully I get a little bit better at it. But I just want to thank you guys for taking this journey with me. And so I guess signing off this time from the Dominican Republic. Thank you for all your support and your prayers, for partnering with me every year. And I hope to continue to bring you along and on some of our adventures here at Costa. So God bless all of you. I'll hope to see you soon.